This is the 1926 Route 66 alignment, the one that most folks never see. Out here, the pavement ends and the past begins. We'll roll through two ghost towns, across a pair of wooden bridges built nearly a century ago, and end up in Glenrio, where an old Pontiac still guards the road and a motel sleeps in silence. This is what the Mother Road looked like before time caught up. I'm Big Mike, and this is my detour on the Texas Route 66 Motor Tour. This is the Texas Longhorn Motel. We've been cruising with the Route 66 Motor Tour, making our way from Tucumcari to Amarillo. Right now we're at the Russell's Travel Center just before the Texas line. Most of the tour is taking the freeway straight to Glenrio, but I've got a 4x4, so I'm taking the old way. This dusty stretch is the original 1926 Route 66 alignment, back when the Mother Road was more dirt than pavement. Check out the ghost town of Endee and Glenrio. We'll cross a couple old wood bridges and meet the rest of the group at Glenrio down the line. Let's see what this old road remembers. Okay, well, this is with the Texas Motor Tour. You can see a few of their trucks and vehicles there. We're going to go ahead and I'm driving my 96 Bronco 4x4. And the OJ Mobile, my wife hates me for saying that, but it's basically a white 96 Bronco. So, hey, it is what it is, man. It's cool. We're going to be heading over the bridge here. We're just taking a turn right now. This is going to be I-40. We're going over the top of the bridge, and we're heading to the Route 66 section that you're going to see. This is going to be basically all dirt once we start getting over there. What we're planning on today is we're going to go ahead and check out this really cool old windmill with old truck by it that's just right on the edge. And then we're going to go ahead and drive over to Endee, which is a ghost town, just a lot of cool stuff. Motel, they used to have all sorts of fun stuff there. And then we're going to go ahead and cross over a couple wooden bridges that are over 100 years old. And then finally end up and meet the rest of the group over in Glenrio, Texas. So that's our plan for today, and that's kind of where we're heading here right now. So let me just see, we're just finally getting on the road here. Here's where the freeway ends and history begins. Time to kick up a little dust on the 1926 Mother Road. We'll be coming down to it in just a couple minutes. But first I wanted to stop close enough. There's a really, really cool windmill that I wanted to show you here. But this, you can kind of see, this is the old 26 road. A lot of it was not, this wasn't paved. Some of it later on was paved when you got closer to Glenrio. But the sections we're going to take is pretty much just dirt road. And we're just driving along. Like I said, this is real time, so I'm trying to kind of give you a feel for it. But the road's pretty good. I don't recommend it if it's raining or if it's been raining a lot recently. It can get pretty ugly, so I would usually check with the people like at Russell's Travel Center. They usually know what's going on, but just kind of be careful. It can be pretty dang muddy or pretty bad sometimes. So I'm going to kick back here a little bit, let you listen to a little acoustic guitar for a few, and we're just going to enjoy the drive here. Well, the dirt road's in pretty good shape here. I've been having a lot of fun. I've been traveling with the Texas Route 66 Motor Tour. We started in Tucumcari, New Mexico this morning, and we went ahead and seen a couple stops already, and gonna go ahead and end up in Vega today. So I'm just kind of taking this little detour because I just got my cameras and everything set up, and I really wanted to do just a real-time drive for people to really see what it's about, because I know not everybody gets to do this, and not everybody wants to take their car down one of these dirt roads. We're going to be doing a lot of real-time drives all across Route 66, so if you hang with us, I've actually got the whole motor tour as a real-time drive. I did this a little separately just because I'm not with the rest of the motor tour on this one, so I'm kind of doing it a little separate, but just wanted to show you. The motor tour has some awesome cars and trucks, by the way, a lot of classic cars and trucks, and it was a lot of fun, and I made a lot of good friends and met a lot of good people. So the road's pretty good here. Like I said, I definitely would not go on this if you had a lot of rain or something. Don't do it. This road can be a mud pit. But it's pretty flat for the most part out here. We are right on the Texas-New Mexico border. We'll we're in New Mexico right now, and we'll actually drive. You can see like a little bit of pavement here and there on some of it. They did pave some stuff. I don't know. I think the section we're going to be coming up onto, I think, was bypassing the 50s for the Endee area. But we'll get you a little more detail here. All right, well, here we go. We're going to catch up and check out this pretty cool windmill. Alright, here we go. We're going to go ahead and stop. And that windmill, it's been pumping water since before the interstate was even a thought. That old truck beside it, I don't know, maybe it was hauling feed or luggage for travelers running the mother road. Out here, rust, dust, and sunlight do all the talking. Alright, now we're heading down. I just had to stop. I just thought that's just a classic Americana. I don't know. There's certain things you have to enjoy with things, and sometimes the abandoned things have a flavor of their own too. I think it's important to remember that. There's a cattle guard, chunk chunk, going over that. And our next stop's going to be Endee. And we're just driving down here. You can kind of see it coming up on the left-hand side. Stop a little bit, kind of take it slow so we can get a little. Now we're coming up. That's just Endee. You see on the left hand side over here. Now Endee was founded in the 1880s as a ranch stop, and actually it got its name. Endee actually got its name from the ranch, which is actually the Endee. I'm going to take a look around here a little bit, just kind of when Road 66 came through in 1926, this is the original 1926 alignment. Endee, it just came alive. A store, cabin to garage, and you'll see a sign here that bragged about a modern restrooms. The roof's half gone, but the spirit's still hanging on. When they built the new paved alignment past to south to San Juan in 1952, Endee was bypassed, and the life bled out fast. Today, it's a true ghost town, quiet, empty, but full of stories. And we're just going to look around here a little bit and take our time. Like I said, you can imagine this is where the cowboys hung out, and it's a true western town here. It was pretty funny. They had, with the Texas-New Mexico line, they'd serve alcohol on one side and sell gas on the other because of taxes and what they were able to do. So it's kind of cool. You'll see that when we get a little closer. These are just some of the old buildings. I don't know what it is. They're just kind of something about them. I hate to see the graffiti. The graffiti really does bug me. now we're off, and we're actually going to check out a couple wooden bridges here. So, like I said, this is a real-time drive, so this is how long it takes. I haven't sped this up or anything. This is just standard, I don't know, 45 probably. I'm not sure what it is out here, but road was really good, so didn't have an issue there. I don't know what's, it's pretty cool though. It's like I said, the 1926 alignment. A lot of ranch land. That's what ranches were big. The Endee ranch, like I said, that was the big one out here. Like I said, I hope you enjoy just trying to take you along to see. This is some of the parts of Route 66 people don't always see, because you know, you're gonna have the right car or vehicle to take this. It does require a 4x4, but it doesn't hurt. It's been pretty smooth, as you can see. Ah, here we go. Gonna check out some of the wooden bridges coming up here. Just a little bit. There we go. This is way cool. We're going to stop up here. I think of the second wooden bridge coming up. We'll stop, take a look around. I'll get some good video for you. I did see one other car coming the other way when I was taking videos of the bridge. But this is old school America. I mean, cruising on the mother road. I love to take the old sections when I can. Even the dirt ones like this are just, I don't know, there's something, I almost feel like an adventure out here or something, like I'm just trying to discover something. And maybe it's just to take a step back in time and remember what America used to be like, and maybe enjoy a few of the simpler things. You know, back in the day, you didn't fly everywhere. Your parents, you probably were in the back seat a lot of times, and you went on a road trip. When you went on family vacation, you went on a road trip. That's how you went there. And, you know, that's just, I think that's neat. You know, I just remember, I have fond memories of being in the back seat. Of course, sometimes it'd start raining and I'd just hear the raining just going down on the roof, and I remember a lot of times it was one of my favorites because I would just fall asleep with the rain, the driving here, just the driving of the car, and then the beat of the rain drops on the roof. I don't know, it just kind of put me to sleep when I was a kid. I remember that. I don't always remember a lot of things, but that was a memory. I mean, you know, let me know in the comments. Do you guys have any memories of doing road trips with your parents? You know, it's fond memories. You know, at the time, it's kind of funny. We didn't always think about it at the time when you're growing up. But that's one of the things I kind of think Route 66 is kind of a road of memories. Whether you're taking it before the trips you've done, or whether you're going to make some new memories. That's all good. Alright, so here we go. Gonna stop at this bridge. Hang on a second. Big Mike's getting out of the truck. Here we go. I'm a little slow today, I guess. There we go. Oops. Oh, better pull up that suspender right there. Oh well. I've been driving a lot, so I'm gonna go around here and see if I can get a little better photo or video for you guys. So let's check out. You really, over the top, you don't see the wooden bridge that much. So I'm going to come over here and kind of you get to see me heading over there. Now you're going to get to see what the bridge really looks like. There's two of these. We actually drive over. I believe they're. Let me see what the info on those is. I think they're 300 feet. Yeah, they're built 1930 or 1931. They're creosote treated pine, all hand cut, laid by men who never dreamed these planks would still be here a century later. And we're gonna cross. We crossed one already, and every creak and rattle. It's a heartbeat from Mother Road, 1926. You kind of see we're just driving across it, just to kind of give you a little bit of a better view of what it's like. These are just a few of the. There's another one of these I saw when I was in Carthage, Missouri, and they had a wooden railroad bridge that you get to cross over, which was pretty cool. Catch that windmill there? That was pretty cool. That's what they should find on the old farmlands, all ranches. You're going to find windmills. Alright, well I think it's time to go ahead and get ready to head on out. It's amazing. We're driving across a wooden bridge that's over 100 years old. Or well, almost 95. Close enough. We'll call it 100. Big cruise. Now our next stop is going to be heading up here to Glenrio, Texas. Technically, Glenrio was actually both on the New Mexico. They had a New Mexico and a Texas side. One sold gas, one sold alcohol. So, well, I'm gonna kick back here, put a little music on, and just let you enjoy traveling on the Mother Road. Yeah, this has been a fun little detour. Kind of my own little adventure. I'm on the Texas Route 66 motor tour, but sometimes it's just kind of fun to do your own thing for a little bit. I knew the classic cars and stuff aren't going to be taken on a dirt road, so I was like, why not? Big Mike's going to go out there and have some fun here. It's a beautiful day out. Now, a couple of stops I did use a little bit of mixed of footage because I had some other footage when weren't as many people around too. So I cheated a little bit and did that a few times, but I wanted to show you a little more of some of the places too, and kind of change it back and forth your views here a little bit. But this is actually the real-time drive here. The wind's blowing pretty good here. Can you imagine back in the day, a lot of times it was dirt, you were doing 2,400 miles. Most of the time you could probably only travel, 100 miles a day in a lot of those old cars. It's pretty crazy. Let me know what you guys think of this. This is some of the real-time drives I'm going to be doing. I'll be doing them on the regular Route 66 too. But this one, like I said, you do it between two ghost towns and you're crossing wooden bridges. I just thought that was pretty neat. Now we're getting here pretty close to it. You're going to get up here pretty quick. Now some of this comes paved. basically from Endee to Glenrio, the land stretches wide. It's kind of quiet. Families once rolled the same road in the Dust Bowl days. Engines overheated, kids hanging out windows looking for shade. Now it's just open sky and echoes of the wheels. You can kind of see this is where they had the road broken up a little bit. They had the 2 lanes here. This is the mother road, their old Route 66. We're coming up, and you'll see up here just a little bit. You can go ahead and see the town of Glenrio. Now, this was kind of interesting over here. I think this was a post office. I think there's some ranch buildings. I'm going to stop here just for a second, let you take a little better look at it. I believe this was the post office. I'm not sure if we're on the New Mexico. We still might be on the New Mexico side. I'm not sure, to be honest with you. Then there's a building in the back there you can kind of see. And this is just right, you know, we're in Glenrio right here. I think they're Adobe construction. Here we go. Now we're coming up, and you're gonna go ahead and you know, here we are, Glenrio. This is on the New Mexico Texas line. Gas was cheaper on the Texas side. Beer was legal on the New Mexico side. Folks knew how to work the system. The Texaco station would be on the other side of town. That'd be the Little Juarez Cafe and the State Line Motel, which is this one. It was also called the Texas Longhorn Motel, I believe. Here's the rest of the group. So they already beat me here a little bit. I'm taking the side trip. This is also, like I said, the Texas Route 66 motor tour. Doing like a 2-day tour with these guys. They've been awesome. A lot of cool old cars and trucks here. I'm just going to come up here a little bit and turn around. And I'm going to kind of tell you about a few things, you know. The State Line Motel, or it was also called the Texas Longhorn Motel, was built basically in the early 50s. And then this right here, I'm going to tell you about that 68 Pontiac Catalina that's parked out front here. There's a pretty interesting story here. Alright, well now we're going to try to join the rest of the group up here. And this is like the State Line Motel or the Texas Longhorn Motel. What's neat is they actually had some of the people that were able to go ahead from Adrian, Texas, and different places that used to own the hotel, I guess, or do own it still, I'm not sure. But they let us go ahead and come in here. I'm going to come in here and just kind of take a look around. Like I said, I hate the graffiti, but yeah, we're just going to walk around here. And they had a whole group of people here, and actually, like I said, one of the daughters of one of the original owners came up and told us all about the motel. I missed a lot of that, unfortunately, but I'm just going to kind of walk through here and see what we can find. Now, this must have been like bathrooms back here because it's got tile, shower, something like that, looks like. It's kind of interesting walking through old buildings, though. I don't like the graffiti, but you know, it's just is what it is. But you know, the old places do have some kind of, they have a history here, and it's, I don't know, there's just something about it. Go over here and see what this building is. pretty rough inside. I'm just gonna take a real slow cruise through here and just let you see it from the outside as we drive by it. Unfortunately, I missed this part where they're talking about the motel. Wish I'd caught that part, but I was driving down 1926 part of the Route 66. I was on my own little adventure. Yeah, we had, what, I think 45 cars that went on the cruise. A lot of them classics. Kind of a whole mix. Now this place, just so you know, when I-40 passed this town in the mid-70s, the lights went out and it never opened again. Today the windows are broken, paint is peeling, but if you listen close you can hear the doors slamming and neon buzzing in your mind. Since our group had permission to look around, we'll take a slow look around. This was the motel that we did look around. Now the other place is private property and you're not allowed to go onto it. But I've got some videos from the road I'm going to show you, and I kind of want to tell you the story here that there's an interesting. Hang on. Now check out that. There's a 1968 Pontiac Catalina parked in front of the old Texaco station. It belonged to Larry Lee Travis, a local who kept driving this stretch even after the traffic dried up. In 1976, he was robbed and killed by a man at a service station, but his car was brought back here and sat here ever since, a quiet memorial on the Mother Road. Out here, everything tells a story, even a rusted car standing still. That was our little detour, the rough and dusty 1926 alignment from Endee to Glenrio. 2 ghost towns, 2 wooden bridges, and a piece of Route 66 most folks will never see. The rest of the Texas motor tour took the freeway, but out here we got to feel what the Mother Road really was, raw, real, and still alive in the dirt. Now it's time to roll back with the group and keep the journey to Amarillo rolling. Oh, look at that 68. Beautiful. Well, I hope you enjoyed my real-time drive here. And this is one of the abandoned gas stations on the way out of town. Well, thanks for riding along with me, Big Mike, and we will catch you down the road. It's road trip time.